Crystal here, SavvyBroker.com. Talk to you about agency. My agents in my office used to get so frustrated at agency. Every time they take a class, there'd be something different told to them. And I found that the same frustration was there for me. You know, there's statutory agency, there's broker's agent, there's of course, there's the usual, seller's agent, broker's agent, statutory. There's so many different things, but the different classes would describe them as different. Apparently there's agency, I think it's like statutory agency, where you can just facilitate the deal but not take any liability at all. In my opinion, that's every deal that involves a real estate agent. So I don't think that, they have to disclose that what they represent, but I think that the realtors are protected under all their forms and all their little loopholes no matter what they do. And these classes for continuing education, it's a joke. I wanted to learn things like, basic engineering so I could help my clients. Basic contract law. Now I take all my education online, and that's even, some of it's, I'm actually learning some stuff online, a lot more than I did in the regular classes, but even that is, I'd like to know more in depth. I wish that we were taught more as real estate brokers. I kind of wish that, I know this is easy for me to say because I'm already a real estate broker owner, wishing that it took more to be a real estate broker, but I wish that for you folks. I wish that real estate contract law was taught, that basics in engineering, so that you could look around the house, and know if there's any real, big problems that are going to hurt the consumer. I know in places like California, if you see any incident at all, I'm looking at the ceiling, of water damage or anything, you have to prove that it was fixed. I'm going to have some information at SavvyBroker.com, and then of course RealEstateIndustryWhistleblower.com, more on this topic. But I'm also going to print, in California they have a whole lot of disclosures. And I feel like that the disclosure forms are more to, correct me if I'm wrong, I know you will, but the disclosure forms are more to protect the realtor. It basically says, hey, I don't know nothing about it. You need to hire an expert in this and 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 this. And I could go on all day, right? So the realtor says, hey, I don't know anything. So you have to hire all these other people if you really want to know stuff. But I'm worth 6%, the standard commission. There is no standard commission, right? Because that would violate antitrust laws. So why hire a realtor if you have to go out and hire all these experts anyway? You assume that the real estate's the expert, or at least knows something, knows how to, like in California, knows how to read a geological survey. I've seen places in Oregon where there's this disclosure that says this geological survey thing, basically the house could fall at any time. And it's a multi-million-dollar house. You need to know in those particular states what kind of issues can come up for the consumer. And realtors are never going to be taught that. They're not going to really dig in and learn that because they don't have to, and it's too easy to not to, right? So you, the real estate consumer, have to be able to look into every single thing in depth. You have to, even if you have to, I don't know if you make $1 zillion an hour, maybe this doesn't apply to you, but even if you have to take off a week of your job or even a month, to go and live in a town, or, rent a vacation rental, talk to the neighbors, do in-depth research and looking and going out to the property with different, engineers or inspectors yourself so you can see this stuff. I don't trust inspectors and engineers to find what needs to be found. I would trust myself. I trust me. Now, everything that I've seen and been through, I know what I'm looking for as to what's going to cause damage. I can tell when people are lying. I can tell when they just want money. I can tell when the realtor's steering the inspector a different direction. I've been a real estate broker owner for about a decade now. But in that, it's not just about experience and listing and selling property. It's about seeing lawsuits, seeing inspections gone bad. It's about actually distracting engineers and inspectors myself from, not necessarily known defects, but, showing them some of the issues that are there. And, how can a couple of hours they see, like an environmental inspection, how can they see hundreds of acres every single spot? Or checking for weeds, or there's certain situations the inspector, whether it be an engineer or an environmental inspection or whatever it is, they go to the property with the realtor. The seller quite often doesn't want the inspector to be there alone because, they trust the realtor because they know them. They spent those couple of hours with them, signing the listing, and they know them and they trust them. So, It's your job to take care of you. It's your job to know what to look for before you sign and to do your homework. Check out realestateindustrywhistleblower.com. I have about 500 posts there, lots of really good information, and it's free. I know some of my videos say that it's $75 a year, but it's free now. And email me, Crystal@crystalcox.com, if you have any questions or concerns. People are starting to email me their stories, and even though the realtors are saying that I'm lying and this stuff isn't true, I'm getting you, the real estate consumer, emailing me at Crystal@crystalcox.com or SavvyBroker@yahoo.com. You folks are emailing me and telling me what's going on with you. So I feel good in the fact that I know I'm telling the truth and I'm standing up for you folks, even though I'm taking a whole lot of heat for it. So check out realestateindustrywhistleblower.com and have a great day.